Hey, tell us about the Gatti fight, the build up, the fight, whatever you want to share with us, because I know that's a popular fight and a lot of fans like to know about that.
Well, as far as like we was just saying, I put in a lot of rounds for the Getty fight. Um, I actually went away to camp for the fight. Um, I ran every day, even on Sunday. When
Where did
before
you
the Getty
camp?
fight,
Where
huh?
were you? Where were you at for camp?
My camp was in Northeast Philadelphia. I didn't. At the time, I was living in Jersey,
Okay.
so we brought the camp back to Philly because we was training at ABC gym, which is 26 and Master.
Hey, That's
I was
that's
training
where
with,
Al Mitchell used to. He's
yeah,
right.
that's what I was missing. But I wasn't there. I was out.
I was up at Marquette.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh. So I was there with Fred Jenkins, Choo Choo Charlie Brown, Marvin Garris, all those guys. And I was training with Anthony Thompson and Mike Melvin. And they was giving me great work every day, man. We was putting in round. I was doing like 10 rounds a day, 5 rounds a piece with each kid. And man, they was giving me great work. My mornings consist of 5 o'clock morning run. By 6 o'clock, I was back, showered. My manager came, picked me up, and took me to eat in Jersey because we lived in Jersey, but we was in Philly. But we were still going back to Jersey to run a park in Jersey called Cooper River. That was one of the biggest parks in Jersey, and it was famous. I lived, and my manager lived. My manager lived about 25 minutes from there. I lived about 10 minutes from there. But like I said, we were staying in Philly. Um, After that, I would go back, rest, watch TV, chill, make sure everything went. 12 o'clock, I did another light run. I went and worked out in the weight room. Well, it was in the weight room, but I never lifted no weights. I was always doing cardio, exercise, whatever. Then I would go eat lunch, go lay down for about 3 or 4 hours. My manager come get me because I wasn't driving to the gym. They didn't want me to drive to the gym. He come pick me up, take me to the gym. We go work out from like 4 to 8. Went back home, went to sleep, and did it all over again the next day for about, how long was that camp? I think the first camp was like 4 weeks. Now I know the second camp, the second fight, which was December the 12th, was longer because I knew the thing I didn't know. Gaddy used to blow up in between fights.
Mm.
Don't ask me how he used to get the weight off, but he used to blow up because after the first fight, we fought at 35. I think I came in at like 34 and a half, and I think Gaddy came right on the nose. But Gaddy looked big, so I knew he was going to dehydrate to be bigger after the first fight, which he was. So the second fight, we were supposed to fight in November. I think it was before Thanksgiving. They called us and told us they had to reschedule. And we said, why? They said because Gaddy got hurt or something like that. But we already knew that Gaddy was already fat and it was going to be
Yeah.
taking time. So they rescheduled it for December 12th. Right after the first Gaddy fight, it was crazy because that fight was like, for me, it was a respect fight because he went around saying that he was going to knock me out, said that I don't bring knives to a gunfight. I don't hit harder than, even though at one time I looked at it that Gaddy was trying to sell a fight. But me, I wasn't into all the politics and worrying about tickets and nothing like that. I didn't even worry about that because I knew Atlantic City was like my second home, and I had a house down there that we had rented down there like 4 years ago, and we kept it. So when like the week before the fight, we stayed down there and everything. So we was told that the fight was sold out, but we knew that we didn't sell it out. We knew all the sellout came from Gaddy. He was up Jersey City. He knew it was crazy. He knew every mobster up in New Jersey. Uh,
Ha.
I never forget. And this at this time, this when the movie The Sopranos was hot.
Okay.
You know, every character from The Sopranos was there, and they was all for Gaddy. I'll never forget it. But it was what it was. And I beat him. And when I beat him, nobody really thought that I beat him. They thought it was a fluke. I never forget it. I'm going back to my room and HBO running down the boardwalk talking, trying to get me. And I told my manager, I was like, man, look, I don't want to talk. All I want to do is go back to my room, rest, and go home. Because the first fight was the fight he hit me with that left hook up here, and I
Uh,
rolled back. Man, that shot hurted for a couple of days. I ain't want to talk to nobody, but they was trying to get me to resign. I mean, they were trying to get me to sign for another fight to fight him again. And I kept saying I didn't want to, I didn't want to, I didn't want to. And I was like, man, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about the fight. I go home. I get home. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. My phone ringing. I'm looking at it, and I didn't know who it was. My manager called me and was like, "Yo, HBO keep trying to contact you." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to go to sleep." So he called me the next morning and was like, "Ivan, I got a proposition for you." So I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" Because I was getting ready to go to Jamaica. I was going to take my kids and my wife to Jamaica. We going to go to Jamaica. So he said, they offering you so much money for the second fight. So I was like, you know what? I was like, nah, I don't even want it. I'm cool. I'm gonna just chill. But I didn't have another fight on the horizon at the time. So the second Getty fight kind of made sense. So when they called me back the second time, then we went in negotiation. I'm like, well, you know, tell them we'll take it, but they gotta give us more money. So they came back with the not the final one, but they came back with the numbers that they wanted to give us for the second Getty fight. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this is the most money I'm gonna make. So I'm saying to myself, I'm thinking I should take this fight. So my manager was like, no, we're not taking it. So I'm like, now you telling me we're not taking it, but you telling me half an hour ago you want to take the fight. He's like, yeah, but I want them to give us some money. So I was like, all right. I said, well, you know what? I said, you set the price at what you want for the fight and call me. And if it sounds good to me, we'll take it. It must have took him about 40 minutes or so. I was out back because I had a dog at the time. I was out back playing with the dog. He came back with the phone and he told me, he was like, I got a good deal for you. I'm like, all right, what's the deal? He told me, I was like, let's go. That was on Sunday because I got home Saturday. I got home, well, really, which was Sunday. I got home Sunday morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning. So when we made the deal, it was Sunday afternoon. I got up Monday morning, packed my clothes, and went right back to camp. I was in camp for another, we fought in August. I went to camp August. I think I went to camp right like the middle of September. Just went boom. I ain't say nothing to nobody. Only thing I did do, I didn't go to Jamaica. They bought me out of the Jamaica trip. Everything that I paid for the Jamaica trip, they gave me all the money back for it. I was like, wow. They gave me all the money for it back, everything. That's how bad they wanted that fight, man. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, is this how they do fights? They want fights that bad, they pay for them. So it was good, man. We went back to camp. We trained for it.
hey, let's just say that I know you probably ain't gonna say the number. I
No,
know
I'm
it's
not.
millions. I know it's millions, but I'm gonna say this: life changing, life changing.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly, and like I said to you earlier when we was talking about the fighters and the dads and all that, there is decisions in your life that you have to make. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they bad. And like I said to you before, I just always wanted people to respect what I've done, the accomplishments that I made in my career. Everything else didn't matter to me. Don't even put a dent in what it is that I've done my career. The only thing I ever wanted to do was make a change for myself in my career, and I say it to this day, and I'm probably gonna say it till the day I die. Until the day I die, Gaddy will always be a part of my life because Gaddy was the only human being, the only fighter to actually give me a chance. It was the Shane Mosleys that was out there at the time. It was the Oscar De La Hoyas that was out there at the time. Those guys never wanted to fight me. I think that me and Shane would have fought if I didn't get that cut when he came to Philly to fight. And that's the only thing that kept me out of that fight with him. And God gave me the Gaddy fight, which I think that was great about that was that the money I made in the two Gaddy fights, I probably would have never made that in the Shane Mosley fight.
No, no way. De La Hoya probably, but not.
Yeah.
Not.
You know what? To be honest with you, um, I I can't remember when it was. I know it was early in our careers though. De La Hoya was I think he was the champion, and I think I was like number 2 or number 3 behind him. And he fought this, this is when he fought Jesse James Lehigh. He called me to fight. He wanted because there was so much talk about me and him fighting. Because like I said, he was champion and I was either 1 or 2. And our amateur career fed into our professional career. So people really wanted to see that fight, and I wanted that fight. But the thing was, we were both undefeated. He had a title. The thing of it was, I thought that he lowballed me because he wanted to give me $250,000, which I thought I was worth more. He messed around and gave Jesse James Lee out of 250,000 and fought him, and I think he knocked Jesse out in like 4 rounds. He wouldn't have never knocked me out like that, never. But it never happened because I think after that, I think he moved up. I think he moved up in weight, and I didn't move up in weight. I stayed at 35, and I had a couple more fights after that, and then that's when the Shane Mosley fight came. We didn't take it, and then the Gaddy fight came. So you know, it was what it was.
But hey, man, it's been great catching up with you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Again sometime. But any last words of encouragement you got for the listeners out there that are in the gym, that are, maybe some of them feel alone. It's a lonely journey, but any encouragement you got, last words to give to trainers and fighters, out there on the beginning end of this journey?
Well, the advice I'm gonna give to the trainers is just work them hard. If they are really true fighters and they really want to do it, protect them the best you can. I know it's hard. It's not hard for me to say, but I know it's hard for those guys to say. At the end of the day, man, for me, it's not about a dollar. It's not about a dollar because if it's about a dollar and a kid get hurt, what is that dollar gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. To the fighters, got to stay loyal, man. If you gonna work hard, you want to become champion, work hard. Do what you have to do to become champion. But at the same time, man, be loyal. That's the most important thing. I think that's the most important thing out of it all. The trainer and the fighter. I said it to you when you asked me about the question. They be loyal to each other, man. If you can be loyal to each other, not one loyal to the other, and the other faking out, no, it's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. Because at the end of the day, something's gonna go wrong, and somebody's gonna be put on Front Street. But if y'all both loyal and something comes out, you don't have to worry about it because y'all both been upfront with each other. So that's about it. Keep working hard, make fighters keep working hard, make smart decisions, listen to your trainers, and take care of your bodies, man. Take care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing.
All right. Hey, thank you, champ. But I appreciate your time and wisdom you share with the listeners today. And we'll have to catch up again sometime, man. It's great talking
Yeah,
boxing.
definitely. Anytime, my man.